Hey everyone, so welcome to day 3 of the Lyceum 30-day foundation guitar series, and we'll jump straight into it and we'll learn our new chord, which is a D major. Now the D major is played in this manner, so the first two strings are omitted and not played. So we start on the 4th string down, which is the D, and that is open. And then we have our first finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. We have our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the E string. So if we can just get into the habit of moving our fingers into position and off the fretboard. Now we will be looking at the D major scale for the D. It isn't related to the C major scale, which we covered in the first 2 lessons, unlike the E minor and the A minor. Okay, so the D is, it has 2 sharps in the scale, and which you will notice when we start calling out the notes, and the scale is as followed. So I'd like you just to run up and down the scale, alternating picking if possible. And I also want you to call out the notes of the scale. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. D, C sharp, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. Okay, so with a major chord, we now have a 1st, a 3rd, and a 5th degree of the major scale building up that chord. So the first 2, the E minor and the A minor, were built off a flattened 3rd, giving it that more mellow and sometimes darker tone. But when we're using a major 3rd, like we are with the D, it gives it a more brighter sound. Okay? And we can see exactly where the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th is built up on or in that D. We've got the D, which is the root. The root is always the 1st. Then we have that A, which is going to be our 5th. Then we have just an octave, another D. An octave, for those that do not know, is the same note just at a different pitch. And then we've got the F sharp, okay? So what's the F sharp? The F sharp is our 3rd, okay? And we could also work that out just by playing that scale. So we know that the 1st, and then we've got a 2nd, and the 3rd is that F sharp. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's the 5th, which is the A. Okay, so for today I would just like you to practice the D chord itself and running up and down that scale. But I now also want you to introduce, I want to introduce playing the changes or the transitions between the 3 chords that we've just covered. The E minor, the E minor, and now the D. Okay, they can be in no particular order, but I would like you to start moving between those chords. Just take your time. Doesn't matter if you have a number of attempts. You can just sit on 2 chords, a D and an A minor. The E minor and the A minor are probably an easier transition because they're a similar finger position. So maybe just sit on them for a little bit. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you're enjoying the series. If you'd like any further information, just comment lesson in the post, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Bye.